Hey there, my name's Liam, I use he, him pronouns. I am a senior this year in high school, and I am the team captain of the FRC team, 2491 No Mythic. No Mythic is a robotics team, just like every other robotics team, each with their own number. And we're a little different from a lot of other teams. Our goal is to be competitive while also being passionately ourselves to really ensure that students get an amazing experience out of robotics.
And 3, 2, 1, go!
My job as team captain, the way that I put it, it is everything and nothing at the same time. With No Mythic, our team captains, over the course of many years, they take on the responsibility of the team. That means that I am the product owner of the robot, which means I'm responsible for the timeline and to represent the team on a public stage sometimes too. Not only that, but I'm also in charge of ensuring that the team is working cohesively. I have to continuously watch that every single day I'm in practice. Who's not working well? Who's burning out? Who needs to be here more? How's the robot doing? Where's the robot at? Okay, what's working? What's not going to work? Does programming fully understand exactly what's going on with the robot? Really what that means for me is I do a little in a lot of areas. I think our budget this year is $90,000. In a lot of ways, I am responsible for a $90,000 business with over 50 employees, if that's the way you want to think about it. So school is a really hard thing to balance with robotics. Someone is in the shop 5 days out of a week, every week, and we're required to show up for 3, which is in total 14 hours every week that's required of you. That's baseline. It is just hard. Like, you'll come home from an 8:30, 9 o'clock practice and then keep working on your homework, then wake up and go to school and do it all over again. And so homework, when you're taking calculus and physics and all these really hard classes, things get tough. And then with college, it's been really hard. I had to apply basically to all of my schools in the fall, and then I've had to continue dealing with selecting college and scholarships and all of that stuff while I'm in the robotics season. And so that has left me definitely scrambling to complete homework some days. I probably spend 35, 40 hours every week on robotics. I spend 12 to 16 hours of school a week. And then I would say I spend about 3 hours a week on college applications and scholarships. To be honest with you, I think the robotics number is realistically higher because I spend my free time on robotics. I'm just milling about on my computer at home, just looking through online content. Like, I spend a lot of time reading all the strategies and I watch YouTube videos of what other teams are doing. In a lot of ways, robotics has replaced my traditional education. I think what's really hard about Team Captain is the work that I'm doing is really hard to see. A lot of it is behind closed doors, which means that I'm doing a lot of work on my computer at home during the day. And when I show up to practice, I'm tired, which means sometimes I'm gonna take a break. And all people say is, oh, he's taking a break. It is really hard to be in charge of your peers. I am in charge of people who are my age or older. There's a level of respect that can be missing sometimes. I personally have had to distance myself. At school even, it's like I'll be walking through the halls and I'm not Liam Sykes, I'm the team captain of the robotics team. That's how people see me, that's how teachers see me, which can be hard because there's so much more to me. A lot of my job is saying hard truths, saying, hey, here's where we're at, and this isn't a good spot to be in. And people will get mad at me for that. I can say it in the nicest tone, I can say pure facts, and people will get mad at me, and that's okay. That's my job. That's what I'm here for. If everyone liked me by the time I'm done, I wouldn't be doing my job right. I would say the biggest thing that I struggle with is it's kind of the self-doubt. I wake up every day with a little anxiety, essentially saying that you will never complete everything and you will always be stressed out and burnt out, and am I doing enough? So you'll go home and you'll cry and then you'll come back and you'll keep going. Realistically, team captaining means holding on to the goals that the team sets, which is really, really hard. The first year was really hard, and I had so much energy at the start and so little energy at the end by the time I was done. And I considered not reapplying for captainship because it was so hard. But the reason why I stayed, the reason why I did it again, the reason why I applied again, is because I realized that despite how hard it is, despite all of the nights I went home crying, despite the tough feedback that I would get in the middle of a competition about my role as team captain, despite all of that, I saw the changes in the team. I saw the changes in the people I was around. I saw the changes in the way that people approached building robots together. And that is why I reapplied. Because I knew I had more work to do, and I knew that the team needed me to do it again. Captaining, I think it is truly fulfilling. The reason why it's fulfilling is because you're more directly attached to ownership of the team. When you see the thing you've been working on work, that gives me so much joy. And when I see the team laugh and cry and cheer together, that gives me more joy. In a lot of ways, it's very parental, seeing these people who you've worked with for a long time and given skills to and taught how to work through things, learn those things and eventually take them on. What is going to be so rewarding for me is when I leave the team next year, I want to see where they go with it when I'm not here. I can pretty confidently say that I would not be the person I am today without First Robotics and without No Mythic. I have learned so much about how to work with other people. I've learned so much about myself. It is hard to describe the profound and intentional impact that No Mythic has had on me. And it is hard to describe what that has done to my ability to be social, to my presentation skills, to my connection skills, to my networking skills. There is a quote from Woody Flowers, and he says, "Robotics is the hardest fun you'll ever have." It is so hard. Team captaining is probably the hardest thing I've ever done. It is harder than homework, it is harder than school, it is harder than any set of relationships I've ever had, and yet I love it. There's such a level of gratification you get from doing something hard and choosing to do it on your own merit. Realistically, robotics' only impact is the learning that you get out of it. I could fully choose to leave anytime. If I wanted to, there's nothing stopping me from walking away. Nothing in my life would change other than not being in robotics. Yet I stay, and choosing to stay, and having that willpower and saying that I did this is something so powerful and something that no one will ever be able to take away from me. I'm here because it's hard, because I'm solving hard problems, because nothing comes easy, and because it's important to be challenged.